I hope you're ready for the classic combo deck of Tireless Tribe plus Inside Out, and I would like to take a moment to thank Brandon Rivas for today's donation deck. Let's go check out the sweet combo. How does this combo work? It's actually relatively simple. So the idea is that you want to play Tireless Tribe, and then you want to discard at least 5 cards to it to give it a 21 toughness. From there, you cast Inside Out, switching its power toughness to deal 21 points of damage. You can even make this combo unblockable by using Wedding Invitation. So it's pretty sweet, it's compact, and you have a bunch of protection as well. You have Lorien's Escape to make your creature indestructible and hexproof. You have Spell Pierce, Circular Logic, and then you even have this really sweet synergy with the card Whiteout. We can't cast Whiteout, but we do have a bunch of Snowlands in our deck, which means that you can discard the Whiteout to the Nomads and Core, and then return it by sacrificing your Snowlands. So that way you don't have to discard 5 real cards, you can convert your lands into cards, which is just brilliant. Nicely done, Brandon. And that's pretty much my short and sweet deck tech. We'll talk about it more throughout the league, but let's hop into match number 1. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to the first match. We are on the play, and we've opened up a hand where we have Ash Barrens as our only land, and then we have another Ash Barrens to go get a blue source. From there, we have Ponder Brainstorm. I think with a deck like this, you don't really want a mulligan, because you need a certain density of cards in order to win. That said, this hand doesn't have Inside Out or the Nomads, and we need both colors of mana. I'm a little skeptical of this hand being good. So I think I'm going to mulligan and just hope for something slightly better. And I do think that this hand is probably a little bit better, so we'll keep this. And let's get rid of Circular Logic. We probably don't need 2 of those. Start off with a basic Plains, pass the turn. It's not too often on the Epic Storm YouTube channel you get to see me playing basic Plains. They have a mountain. Okay. We will cycle this, go grab an island, go to our turn. A Whiteout. Let's play the Archaeologist. It triggers. I think I want the Preordain. We can pass the turn after that. Having a blocker in play versus the red deck is probably pretty good anyways. And they Lightning Bolt it. That is a great exchange for them. Sure. Take a draw. It's a land. Let's Preordain. We have found Inside Out. That's good. Draw that. Am I supposed to main phase the Brainstorm here, digging for the Nomads? I kind of want to. Alright, let's go. We did not find it. That's unfortunate. We've drawn both Whiteouts that we cannot cast. So we're in a pickle here. Obviously not great. We are Brainstorm locked versus red. We have 2 cards we can't cast. Okay. Experimental Synthesizer. Ren's Resolve is the reveal. They cast it. Searing Blaze and another Ren's Resolve. We'll take 3. Play an island, pass the turn. I think at this point I probably don't want to play any more. I want to hold them for the Nomads. Still have 5 cards in hand. I'm going to allow this to happen. Fire Blast and a mountain. They play the land. Another Reckless Impulse, okay. Lava Dart and end the festivities. I'm not blocking. If they Fire Blast here, I'm going to Prismatic Strands. They do. So now we'll cast the Strands. We'll pick red. And now we'll take no damage this turn. Sweet. So now we draw the second Whiteout that we don't want, and we'll pass the turn. Our best draw just became another Brainstorm. They Lava Dart. That is acceptable. Now they're casting in the festivities. I go to 15, and they have a 3-power creature currently, and another end the festivities. Now they're attacking for 4. This will put me to 10. Need to draw something live here. Well, that's what I wanted to draw. Okay, step 1. Convert, please. We missed on the Tireless Tribe again. And we don't have a way to mill these whiteouts away. Okay, so I guess we'll play a Thraben Inspector. Triggers to create a clue. And now we are able to flashback the prismatic strands as well. They play a synthesizer. Kessig Flame Breather. You've got it. They have 3 cards in hand, 2 cards now. I think I want to take the damage here. Alright, let's sacrifice a clue. We're going to redraw a whiteout, and then we'll draw the other one for our draw step. Whiteout here, just brutal. I could have done an upkeep scry with the Lorien's Escape. I chose not to. It's not that I didn't think of it. It's just like I don't think that's a good use of our mana. Okay. They have 5 cards. Or 5 lands, I'm sorry. They have 2 cards in hand. I will block the Flame Breather. And they deal me 1, I go to 7. Another Dwarven Forged Chanter. Another Kessig Flame Breather. Okay. A lot of blockers. Let's Lorien's Escape on the Inspector. We can bottom that. In theory, I could kill the Flame Breather right now. Is that something I want to do? I never even considered this on my opponent's creatures until now. Yeah, let's kill the Flame Breather. Sweet. Okay. We have drawn a Preordain. Let's cast it. Uh-oh, we have found Tireless Tribe. Tribe has entered the game. They have no hand. They do have a Lava Dart still in their graveyard. We will pass the turn. They're going to use Experimental Synthesizer, and they reveal a Chain Lightning. And now they're going to cast the chain targeting... I can't tell yet. Okay, the Inspector. I think we'll flashback Prismatic Strands. Is this only me or is it creatures? Okay, it's all damage. So we will flashback Strands. We will select red. Chain Lightning will now fizzle. The problem here is that I need a Wedding Invitation to break this game open. We have 3 of them left in our deck. Ash Barons. We're at 7 life. They have a Lava Dart in their graveyard. I believe I just have to pass here. Another Flame Breather. Okay. Was I supposed to Circular Logic that? Maybe, because now I'm just dead to a bunch of cards. Maybe I was supposed to counterspell the Flame Breather. Alright, so those are my blocks. And I will then discard a Whiteout to the Tireless Tribe. I would take 2 here going to 5. Okay. Come on, Wedding Invitation. Archaeologist. That could do it. I guess I would need a whole nother turn cycle because I've been holding the lands. I would need 6 lands in play for Wedding Invitation to win. Pick up Brainstorm. Finding Prismatic Strands off the Archaeologist was huge here. So I'm going to play my land for turn. And then we can pass. In their upkeep, let's flashback Prismatic Strands. Red. They use Synthesizer. Searing Blaze. They play another Forged Chanter. And on their end step, we will Brainstorm. There's 32 cards left in our deck, so... I mean, we have a lot of chances at Wedding Invitation. Just missed. But back 2 lands. Now we'll cycle Ash Barons. Go grab a Plains, I guess. Come on, Wedding Invitation. Nope. We are probably dead at this point. At 5, they have a Searing Blaze. They have double Flame Breather. I think what I'm supposed to do here is just try to spike off the Inside Out. So we're going to pump up our Tribe and then Inside Out and hope to draw into the Wedding Invitation. Okay. Float blue, blue. Let's white out, sacrificing an island. Discard the white out. We will white out again, sacrificing an island. Discard the white out. So now it's 21 points of toughness. Alright, Inside Out on the Tireless Tribe. Can we spike? No is the answer. I would need 1 more land for this to potentially deal lethal. Hope the opponent doesn't block for some reason. Ah, they saw the line. I can't believe it. Alright, I will concede. We saw a wedding invitation early and then never saw it again, so it just didn't go in our favor. All right, so we're facing red. We obviously want the 6 blast effects in our sideboard. I also kind of like additional copies of Prismatic Strands here. You could probably board out Circular Logic just because we just cited in 6 more efficient versions of it that don't require you to have Tireless Tribe. I'm going... Is it crazy to board out a Whiteout? I don't know. I think I'm going to shave 1. And then I want to board out Lorien's Escape. That card didn't seem amazing to me, but obviously small sample size of 1 game. Now we're at 61. Maybe cut 1 Archaeologist. Let's try this. On the play for game 2. No mana. Mulligan. This is a good hand. This is turn 1 Tireless Tribe, turn 2 Wedding Invitation. If we draw Inside Out, it's a turn 3 win. On a completely unrelated to Magic note, when I received this donation deck from Brandon, I couldn't help but think of the Eve 6 song Inside Out. I'm not going to sing it for you. I'm sorry. I know that I hum the Doug theme song a lot. I'm not going to sing Inside Out for you. But while you're watching this, you should definitely go check out Eve 6 Inside Out. I can't play it for you due to MDF something rights. I don't know. But I can't play music legally. So go listen to Eve 6 Inside Out. All right, we're going to keep this in bottom land 3. Turn 1, Tireless Tribe. Send it back. The Lava Dart here is pretty brutal. Let's discard the Archaeologist. Another Tribe. Let's play Wedding Invitation. Draw a card. Spell Pierce. Swing better. Swing. Forge Chanter, okay. Draw for turn. Another Wedding Invitation. Let's preordain. And there's our Inside Out. I love it. We can pass the turn. Wren's Resolve. Relic of Progenitus? Sure. Yeah, you have it. And they're going to attack. No respect, I'll take it. They're at 19. They'll exile a card from my graveyard, sure. Archaeologists, you've done your job. So, I wish I knew how this worked. I guess I can't win anyway because I have Spell Pierce. I'd want to leave up Spell Pierce for the Lava Dart, I guess is what I'm trying to do. Well, we can attack for 1. Get in there. And then we'll send it back. Another Wren's Resolve. Double Mountain. No, they had Mountain, so it's Mountain Lightning Bolt. And I was thinking about it, I guess if I have a Wedding Invitation in play, they should always attack. So my comment previously just didn't make sense. They're going to bolt me. Sure. You got it. Now they'll activate Relic. They have 4 cards in hand. Ponder is a good one. I like the Prismatic Strands. And I'll play a Thraben Inspector. Because this way I can use the strands to protect my Tireless Tribe. And 1 more point of damage here means that I only need to discard 4 cards instead of 5 to win. So them going to 17 is actually very relevant. A Kessig Flame Breather. They have 4 cards left in hand. Interesting. They're going after the Inspector. Sure. Inspector down. They can eat my Thraben Inspector. Now I'll go to 8. They have 3 cards in hand. Let's ponder. Another Prismatic Strands. I do like that. And an Ash Baron. Okay. I think I want double Tireless Tribe. So if they end step, they'd have to be aware of what's going on here. And I mean, I don't think our opponent's dumb. I'm assuming they're a person with a pulse. So here, if they were smart, they would end step Lava Dart, tapping me off of Prismatic Strands, and then they'd have a bunch of creatures that I couldn't strands through. So it makes a lot of sense to play the Tribe here. So this would put me to 7. Okay. It doesn't hurt to let them Reckless Impulse. Okay. They have 2 cards left in hand. They're going to swing out. We can discard to Tireless Tribe. And now flash back the strands, tapping the Tribe. Pick red. No blocks. Okay, so they have a Lava Dart and 1 unknown. 1 unknown mana. They have 2 cards in hand. This is our window. Discard Prismatic Strands. And let's flash it back. Do I not have lethal? No, I do. I do. Tap this nomads. We'll pick red. And then we'll target our tribe with the wedding invitation. It cannot be blocked this turn. Did I punt? Oh no, I can still inside out my tribe. I should read Prismatic Strands real quick. Okay. Sorry, I just got nervous. I was like, holy, can I not target my nomads with the inside out because I chose red? Just needed to read. Discard. Discard. I guess they could have a Pyroblast here. I don't know how it works with inside out, so I've never played this deck before. If you inside out and then discard cards, does it work? I have no clue. And they do have a blast. I deserve to lose this. Brutal. Alright. A better player probably would have won this, but that's not me. We are 0-1. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Okay, we're on the draw in the second match. We will keep. We need to find both Inside Out and our Tireless Tribe, but we're on the draw. We have 2 cantrips. I think it's going to be just fine. They lead on a basic plains, and we have found Inside Out. Step 1. Ponder. We will shuffle. Another Preordain is not bad. Land number 2. Mono White Control. I'm pretty sure our opponent is a Boros player, by the way. I'm not just making jokes, like I've played them in the past and they were on board. We will go search out another island. Preordain. Circular Logic and Spell Pierce. I think we're in a spot where I just have to find the tribe, so we can't afford to keep cards. Another Preordain is welcome. A third land. Nothing yet. Okay. Sure. Let's start off with a Preordain. Both of those can go on the bottom. Ash Barrens. Another Preordain. There we go. So I could jam the tribe here. I'm not going to, because I want to have Circular Logic back up to protect it from a removal spell. Like when you're facing white decks, they could have Journey to Nowhere or something like that, and I don't want to get punished for tapping out. So we will now go grab our plains. That sounds gross just coming out of my mouth. I don't like it. Alright. Draw another Circular Logic. Beautiful. Play a tribe. And let's cycle the Ash Barrens. Pass the turn. We can also counterspell a blocker here. Like Journey to Nowhere is not a blocker, but it is the removal spell that I talked about. So we will discard Circular Logic. Madness Trigger. Yes, I would like to cast this spell. When I was a kid, Madness spells used to go to the Madness Zone. Pretty sure they've changed that rules, but it was a thing. I promise you. Circular Logic on the Journey. And now we have a 1/5. And another Journey. Well, I will show you another Circular Logic. I guess I have to discard first, though. Pay a blue. If I'm being completely honest with you, the draw of playing this deck today was to play Circular Logic. Like, that's what I was most excited about. Just like, Circular Logic is such a sweet card, iconic art, I love it. They have 4 cards in hand now. Let's discard a Whiteout. Float some mana. Return Whiteout by sacrificing an island. Discard the Whiteout. So I will have to deal them 21 here. I think we can discard our Archaeologist. Discard a Plains. Whiteout, sacrificing the other plane. Nomads, discarding the Whiteout. I really, like, I'm afraid to find out the hard way if I inside out first if it doesn't work. Well, this is for science. I'm going to discard the island right now. So it adds to the power. So it would work if I inside out first. That's good to know. Okay. Alright, we've successfully taken a game. How about that? We're facing some weird mono white deck. I don't think Prismatic Strands is probably going to be very good against them. We can take those out. I don't know. Like, do I want Replicate? We could try this. I don't think Dispel or Journey would be particularly good here. On the draw in game 2. I think that this is fine enough. We'll keep. You really don't want a mulligan in this deck if you don't have to. Turn 1 Relic. You've got it. We have found a Pauper fetch land. Let's ponder. There's our tribe. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Pass the turn. Relic. Yep. Squadron Hawk. Sure. They have put 3 more Hawks to their hand. We will brainstorm. Let's get rid of at least 1 land. I'm wondering if I should keep a second fetch land in case I draw another brainstorm. That might be me being a little too conservative, though. Now we'll go search out of plains. Pass the turn. Militia Bugler. They find another Militia Bugler. We'll take 1. Exile Brainstorm. Draw for turn. Spell Pierce. Let's cast a Wedding Invitation. Triggers will draw a card. We now have everything we want other than lands. So this might seem a little bit odd, but I'm going to, instead of casting Preordain, just go get the extra planes, because that means next turn I have the Loren's Escape to protect my tribe. Raffine's Informant, Battle Screech, and another Squadron Hawk. So they are mono white, they are not Boros. I mean, we probably knew that by now, but I just wanted to address it. We'll take 3 down to 16. Battle Screech it is. And we drew the Whiteout. Sweet. Play a tribe and threaten lethal on the following turn. Journey to Nowhere. We will Loren's Escape. Let's bottom the Wedding Invitation. We don't need that. They target their own creature. What a shame. No blocks. They activate the Relic. Loren's exiled. Raven Inspector. Spell Pierce. Let's start with an Inside Out. I really want to sing Eve 6 songs, I won't lie, so I hope you're listening to. Alright, discard the Whiteout. We will now sacrifice a land and return the Whiteout. They can exile their graveyard. We'll auto-yield to this trigger. Discard the Whiteout. Bring back the Whiteout. Discard it. Play it. Discard. Discard. Unblockable. Swing for lethal. We've done it. I've made Brandon proud. We are now 1-1. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and Mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Round number 3, on the draw again, keep. This hand needs a Tireless Tribe, Bajuka Bog. Our graveyard has been exiled. I regret to inform everyone. Alright, basic island into ponder. Shuffle. Always drawing Whiteout. Always, always, always. Okay, is this like 2016 Dimir control? What's going on here? They find a Lurien revealed. Well, that card's not from 20. We'll take a draw step. Preordain. I'm going to brainstorm. Hey, that was great. Everything we could have wanted. I'm going to put back some cantrip. Play the Evolving Wilds and we'll pass. They play a Maestro's Theater, so that brings them up to 21, which is relevant because if they gain 1 more life, then it's another card I need in order to win. They attack for 1. That's fine. We'll go grab another island. Loren's Escape is a good one. Let's play a Wedding Invitation. Raven Inspector. We'll ponder looking for lands and protection at this point. Spellstutter Spring. Sure. That's a card that isn't going to eat my Tireless Tribe now. So they're just on fairies with main deck Bajuka Bog? That's very odd. Okay. Sure. They have 5 cards in hand. I'm going to Preordain. I don't think we want either of these cards, so we can put those both on the bottom. Play the plains, and I think we just have to hope that the tribe resolves. Alright, so now we have Loren's Escape and Circular Logic. And then we have Whiteout to discard to the tribe for lethal with the Inside Out. Let's Loren's Escape. A counter spell. We will Circular Logic. We'll cast it countering the counter spell. Because this way we get the scry off the Lorenz's Snuff out. Sure. We still get our... I thought we got our scry. Oh, the spell fizzled. That's right. Okay. This might be a tough matchup for a deck like Inside Out. Gurmag Angler with 2 cards left in hand. We're at 15 life. Play the Inspector. Triggers. Let's just draw a card right now. So if they don't have a removal spell, it could be lethal next turn. Maybe go for it. You don't have a removal spell. Come on. Ah, bummer. Okay. We'll take 6. Draw for turn. Punish. I still think it was probably right to jam there. Like, they had already used 2 hard removal spells. We have to pass. We have 2 copies of Tireless Tribe left in our deck. And we only had 3 Circular Logics left. So, like, trying to draw to Circular Logic I don't think makes a whole lot of sense. And you might be saying, well, you have Spell Pierce too. But our opponent has a ton of mana. So I don't think drawing towards Spell Pierce is actually, like, a wise idea. So if you're like, Bryant, you should have waited. You're saying that I think I will draw one of my 3 remaining Circular Logics before I'll die. Which, it ended up happening, but the math isn't in your favor. They cycle a Lorraine Reveal. Okay. I guess we'll block the Gurmag here. So I'll go to 7, and we have to draw it right now. Ready, please? Draw. Spell Pierce. We are dead on board, so we can go to game 2. Bummer. Well, we don't need Prismatic Strands. That can get out. I like Dispel. Giga Drowse is weird because our opponent has a bunch of free interaction in the form of Snuff Out. And in order for us to win, I actually don't think Giga Drowse is good in this deck. Because in order for us to win, you'd have to tap them out, resolve Tireless Tribe, and then get a full turn cycle. Like, Giga Drowse just seems wrong here. Ooh, Dispel is good. Maybe we shave a Whiteout. Let's try this. Game number 2. Sure, we'll keep. So you could lead on the Tireless Tribe, and I think that's fine enough. My concern with leading on Tireless Tribe is that you can't protect it. And if I just wait a turn, I get to protect it. Okay, because like they could have just had Snuff Out here, and now I can untap and at least have Dispel back up. Actually, I think I just want to cantrip some more before I play out my creature. I want to make some land drops. Maybe I should have kept the Ash Barrens. Duress. Yeah, sure. They took our white protection spell. That's interesting. Fairy Seer. Another Spell Pierce. Let's... Alright, there's some lands. That's good. We'll pass the turn. I guess maybe I was supposed to take the Ash Barrens. Ash Barrens would have been better here, because I could cycle off the plains and have an island up this turn. Not that I'd probably end up dispelling, but I could Spell Pierce. Moon Circuit Hacker. And now they're leaving up Spellstutter Sprite. Through another plane. Let's convert this Wedding Invitation into something useful. We have drawn the one of Whiteout. That card is glued to my hand. They replay the Fairy Seer. Alright, we're going to 16. The Moon Circuit Hacker triggers. They get to draw and discard a card. Raven Inspector. Okay. Triggers. We get a clue. Pass the turn. They're attacking. That's interesting. I will call your bluff. What are you going to do? Let their ninja die. Sweet. They Bojuka Bog me. We get our 5 cards exiled. Let's sacrifice our clue token. Evolving Line. Okay. We're just going to keep passing. When we have the Whiteout in hand, making land drops is not a bad thing. So we go to 14 now. Crypt Rats. That's a weird one. I think I actually have to counter this. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, I'm a dummy. I forgot I don't have a graveyard. I'm the worst. This is what happens when you play decks that you've never played before. You just make egregious misplays over and over. I'm so bad at Magic. Yep. Reading the cards also explains the cards, but it doesn't help you if you're as bad at Magic as I am. Yay. Okay. Ah, brutal. Let's try a Tireless Tribe. We have a Spell Stutter Sprite. We will Circular Logic. This time we actually have cards on our graveyard. How about that? And now we pass the turn. Interesting. They're attacking here. Let's block. Before damage, discard Whiteout. We're going to activate Crypt Rats. We can sacrifice the Plains and return Whiteout. I guess we'll attempt to return Whiteout again. And now we will attempt to discard. So now Crypt Rats will kill both their creatures. Whiteout returns. I guess it doesn't remember itself being in the graveyard. Okay. So if we draw Inside Out, I believe we have a win. Draw for turn. It was not Inside Out. Bummer. Swing, swing. We'll pass. Spell Stutter Sprite. They attack. No blocks. They do not ninjutsu if they were thinking about it. Gurmag Angler. Yep. I'm at 11. So, very relevant. We have to draw that Inside Out quickly. Instead, we draw a land. Okay. We're going to have to pass here. So, this no block will put me to 6 life. I'm sorry, 5 life. So, I have to block the Gurmag Angler next. Augur of Bolas. Sure. Reveals Cast Down. Please, deck? Nope. We just have to pass. We will attempt to dispel. Spell Stutter is fine. And then we can spell Pierce the Cast Down. Dispel the Snuff Out. And that's going to be the game. Alright, so we got smushed this round. We are now 1-2. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Match number 4, we're on the draw again. We're going to keep this. It doesn't have the Tireless Tribe or Inside Out, but I think that's fine enough. Turn 1 Thraben Inspector. Okay, pass. Another Guild Gate, okay. Alright, so we're facing Caw Gates here. Spell Pierce. I have not been super impressed by the Archaeologist. If I was to build this, I'd probably make it a little bit different. I think I would probably play the maximum number of cantrips I can. And from there, I've just felt like this deck has had a lot of difficulty finding both halves of the combo. And we're playing 3 Ponder and 3 Brainstorm. I also don't know if I love the fetch mana base. Like, I think Ash Baron's okay, but we could be playing Lorien Revealed and then 1 tap land, and then not having to run Evolving Wilds. So there's a lot of things you could think of. And like Lorien Revealed fills your hand late game. So when the game's stalled out, you don't necessarily need to Whiteout. Like, you could play 1 Whiteout and then play Lorien Revealed. So there's a lot of stuff you can do here. We will block. Okay. Squadron Hawk. We grab the full set. Well, this one plus 3 more. Ponder. Let's start off with the Ponder, and then I can shuffle with the Ash Barons. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so I could shuffle here, but I kind of want another Inside Out. Maybe that's just greedy. I only need the 1. It probably is. Instead, let's shuffle, and I can just dig for another Wedding Invitation. Preordain. Don't need these. A lot of lands. And this is a spot where having Lorien Revealed could actually be very good for us. The opponent attacks, we will not block. Oh, I guess I should have blocked the cat. That's a mistake. I was thinking that I couldn't block the hawk and then completely forgot about Sacred Cat. Magic Strands, let's preordain. I want the Brainstorm. I think I'm supposed to keep the backup tribe. Let's draw a card, play out a tribe, and then we'll pass the turn. The Modern Age. Discards a copy of Squadron Hawk. Journey to Nowhere. Didn't see that coming. Alright, so they're going to exile this Tireless Tribe, and then we have the backup. It's why I originally wanted to keep the second tribe, rather than just being hyper-focused on finding Wedding Invitation. Okay. Let's start off on Brainstorm. Put back an Archaeologist and Prismatic Strands. Play the land for turn. We can play Archaeologist. Pick up a Circular Logic. Tireless Tribe. Pass the turn. We still don't have a Wedding Invitation. I guess I can attack for 1. Take that. Boom. Aggression. They discard a Seagate and then play Preordain. Alright, so they're attacking for 3. I'm not going to block. Wedding Invitation, please. Another Inside Out. We don't have anything to dig for Wedding Invitation now. I think I'm supposed to just pass the turn. Their enchantment transforms into Vector Glider, a 2/3 with flying. Basilisk Gate. Alright, well now they're representing lethal, so next turn I have to draw it or else I'm dead. Well, I guess we have the Prismatic Strands to buy some time. Yeah, we can wait 1 turn. On deck, pretty please. Okay. We'll pass. And they're going for lethal. We will attempt to flash back the strands by tapping Raven Inspector. We will pick white. So we're going to cast a couple of these spells on their end step, because if we don't, we're probably just dead. So we will cast Inside Out on Sacred Cat through Circular Logic. We will now Lorien's Escape on Tireless Tribe. That can go to the bottom. I realize that now I should have fetched with my Evolving Wilds first. That's kind of a misplay. Because if I fetch now, I'm shuffling that Raven Inspector back into my deck. So misplay there. We don't need the land, but I mean, it would have been nice to not mess up. Draw for turn, another Tireless Tribe. Okay, so this is our last shot. We have to draw into the Wedding Invitation off of the Tireless Tribe. Or off of the Inside Out, I mean. And we lose. Okay, we never found it. That's a real bummer. So now we're off to game number 2. Prismatic Strands can get out. We do want Dispels. I mean, I guess the one upside of Giga Draws is that it gives you more Wedding Invitation effects. Brought out 1 Whiteout. I'm going to shave a couple Archaeologists, and we'll bring in 2 copies of Giga Draws. Alright, on the play. Guess we keep this? I don't know. But I think if I were to be working on Inside Out, I'd probably build the deck pretty differently. I don't think I'd actually want the Raven Inspector or the Archaeologist. I understand they're also in there for Sacrifice to Edict effects, but they don't actually help you that much with your game plan. Like, they're blockers in the red matchup, but I don't want to be spending my mana on that anyway. So I'd probably just be playing more cantrips, more cards that make my combo unblockable. Like, I think 4 Wedding Invitation has felt a little bit light. There's a couple cards like, I can't think of them. They're just like 1 blue, this creature can't be blocked, retrace, or whatever. Like, maybe you want something like that. I'm sure there's other effects out there too, but it just feels like the Raven Inspector and the Archaeologist are kind of duds. Okay, play a Wedding Invitation. Triggers, we'll draw a card and send them to 19. Okay, so they're just playing lands. Then out another island. Okay, so we've selected, and now we'll play another Wedding Invitation. Would you like to Spell Pierce? Sure. Wedding Invitation number 2 was too good. Swing better. Swing. The Modern Age. You got it. So they can draw a card and discard a card here, and then play their 3rd land. They discard a Prismatic Strands. We will start by searching out an island. Actually, maybe we want to ponder. Shuffle. Brainstorm. So many counters. Get rid of the extras. We need to find both the tribe and Inside Out right now. Preordain. Well, there's 1. Swing. They discard a gate. And then they play Squadron Hawk. Okay. So we will have to beat the Prismatic Strands out of the graveyard when we go for our win. I think I like playing the extra land here. I won't play any more after this, though, because playing out the tribe means I can sacrifice my clue while having double counter open. Why did I not attack there? Sorry, this league has been a little bit of a mess. Journey to Nowhere. We're attempting a Circular Logic on the Journey to Nowhere. Okay. Squadron Hawk. That's fine. Let's sacrifice our clue. In response to this Brainstorm, find Dispel. I think I'm actually going to counterspell the Brainstorm because it gains them 2 cards, and it puts us further in the ground when we know that they have 2 dead cards in there. Draw for turn. We drew the inside out, so we could swing out, but I can't actually beat the Prismatic Strands with what we have, because I need to be able to counterspell the Prismatic Strands. We have to pass. I just need more cards right now. Orion Revealed. Sure. Okay. So, Whiteout wins. Inside Out on the Tribe? That's when you're supposed to draw Whiteout. Okay, so... Sacrifice. Discard. Discard. Whiteout. Sacrifice the island. We will discard the Whiteout. Wedding Invitation on the Tribe. And then attack for lethal. When they go to Prismatic Strands, we have a pair of counterspells for it. Oh, they don't even want to cast it? They just want to die? What spell? This spell. Alright, going to game 3. No change in sideboard plan for me. Okay, I mean, this is a hand. It has all the stuff we want. I'm going to keep it. Makes me a little nervous, though. If you were brave enough, you could just say, I will draw a blue land on turn 2, and then win the game. Oh, okay, we're going for the turn 2. You can't stop me. Please no blocker, please no blocker, please no blocker. Alright, so we could jam all in to Spell Pierce here. I think I want to. Now I'm like, I'm supposed to be a good player and just not do it, but I want to. Feels bad. Feels bad. Fine, I'll be responsible. We'll pass the turn. I really wanted to just jam there. If I didn't draw a counterspell, I think I might have gone for it. In fact, I know that I would have. Journey to Nowhere. We can cycle Ash Barrens. Go grab an island. Discard Circular Logic. Counterspell the Journey. I learned my lesson about not having cards in graveyard this time. And now we do the thing where we send our opponent to the dirt. Okay, let's play our land. Show them that they're dead. Discard Whiteout. Discard Giga Drowse. Discard Preordain. We will return the Whiteout, sacrificing a Plains. Discard the Whiteout. Discard Brainstorm. Tune 2. We've done it. Match 5 coming right up. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. The 5th and final match, we're on the draw, and we've opened up a hand that has lands and spells, but they don't really accomplish anything that our deck is looking to do, so we're going to take a mulligan. Okay, so, I mean, here we have cantrips that dig for our combo. We also have a way to make our creature unblockable. That's good enough for me. Bottom, a secondary copy of Ash Baron. Alright, so it looks like we're likely facing Izzet Fairies. Let's ponder. I think we can keep these. Pass the turn. Augur of Bolas, okay. They grab a Thought Scour. We draw the Archaeologist, and now we will play the Archaeologist. Triggers. Pick up a Spell Pierce. These are the spots where Whiteout is great because Archaeologist milled it. That was a nice interaction there. I mean, I'm not saying that the cards are terrible. I'm just saying that I prefer having additional cantrips over Archaeologist. Draw another island. Let's Preordain. We don't need another Wedding Invitation. We'll keep the extra Brainstorm. And I'll play an island and pass. We have another land. They might actually be on Izzet Curve and not Fairies. We'll find out. But the Thought Scour makes me think that they're on Curve instead. Get rid of the Thraben Inspector and the Archaeologist. Cycle on Ash Barrens. We'll go grab our basic Plains. Draw another Brainstorm. Let's cast one. We found our tribe. Love it. Okay. What to do, what to do, what to do? I think we'll put these two on top. Play a tribe. That resolves. Okay. Should I try to jam the Wedding Invitation? I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to pass. They brainstorm, and then thought scour themselves, getting rid of double mountain. They play an island. It looks like they're just passing here. Let's try another wedding invitation. Oh, I guess this is the first one, my bad. And we're going to draw the fetch land that's on top. We'll play this, and on their end step I can brainstorm fetch. Pass. They have 6 cards in hand. Step brainstorm. Another wedding invitation. I guess we'll keep that. Activate the evolving wilds. Grab another island. We don't need more white sources at this point. Ponder. Let's cast it. Do we want these? I think the answer is probably yes. Play another wedding invitation. Trigger. Ponder. I don't want those. I'm going to shuffle. Other strands. Okay. We'll pass. They cycle a Lorien Revealed. Picks up an island. Plays it. Still 6 cards in hand. Tireless Tribe. Alright, so I think we have a good win attempt here. Let's attempt the Inside Out. Counter spell. We can Circular Logic. And now we will cast the Circular Logic on the counter spell. Okay, we'll auto yield to the tribe trigger. Inside Out. We will attempt a spell pierce. Inside Out. Okay. Whoops. Not that one. Discard Prismatic Strands. Discard Prismatic Strands. And now we'll bring back Whiteout, sacrificing an island. Discard the Whiteout. Then we'll bring back Whiteout, sacrificing an island. Pump. Make it unblockable. Now we go to combat. Swing, swing. If our opponent had a lightning bolt here, we have Prismatic Strands to grant our creatures protection from red. So that was a pretty clean win we had. Okay. Some sort of blue-red deck that I think is curve. I don't love Thraben Inspector. I kind of want to get rid of those. Dispel seems great here. I'm going to take out the Archaeologists. I think we want Giga Drows. And maybe a couple of these Red Blasts. Actually, they're bringing in Pyroblast, so these are probably great. Get rid of the Lorien's Escapes. Actually, I think we could probably get rid of Strands, too. Let's try this. Hand seems good. I mean, we don't have an Inside Out, but it has a lot of other great cards for us. Turn 1, they play a Ford. Island Pass. They cycle a Lorien Revealed. They pick up another Ford. Hydroblast. Let's play a Wedding Invitation. Trying to maximize the value of this Brainstorm by holding onto it as long as possible. And we drew a card that I might potentially want to put back. Alright, so they have 3 untapped lands. Play Evolving Wilds and we'll pass the turn. And step they Brainstorm. So they could have an Ash Barrens or another copy of Lorien Revealed here. They have an Ash Barrens. Cool, cool, cool. And our opponent just doesn't do a whole lot, it would seem. And step, let's attempt Brainstorm. Get rid of the invitation. I wonder if it's crazy to get rid of the other Brainstorm. It probably is. We'll get rid of Landfall. Grab a plane. Also, if you switch to a Lorien Revealed mana base, you wouldn't have these awkward games where Plains just does nothing for you because you'd have more duels in your deck. Preordain. Bottom the blast, and then we'll keep the island. Pass the turn. On our end step, they cast a Brainstorm and a Thought Scour. Deep Analysis. Okay. Land number 5. They cast Deep Analysis. I'm not going to fight you on that. They have 8 cards. They discard a Skred. Let's attempt a Tireless Tribe. And we will Spell Pierce their counterspell. They Pyroblast, and now we will Hydroblast. I mean, we're still pretty far away from winning. We don't have the Inside Out yet, and we would need to get it to resolve. They have land number 6 with 5 cards in it. Cryptic Serpent, sure. So this might just be like, Izzet Terror, because they have Cryptic Serpent, Clarion Terror, all that stuff. They might not actually be a curve deck. Draw for turn, it's a Dispel. Let's attempt Brainstorm. So it looks like we're Brainstorm locked. Put back these 2. Play another Wedding Invitation. We're going to have to draw through this, so that's the game plan. Maybe I should have stacked it so that I drew the whiteout, I think it's called, the green card. We'll take 6 going to 14. I'm going to let this resolve. Okay. So we can become the monarch and help dig for the inside out. We will attack. I think I just want to pass here. Draw Hydroblast. They have 5 cards in hand. In their upkeep, let's try to kill the Crimson Fleet Commodore. My bad. Talking's difficult. They have 5 in hand. I'm going to attempt Giga Draws here. And we'll target the Serpent twice. If they want to fight over our Giga Draws, that's fine. Same targets. Okay, so more Monarch creatures, that's fine. We have lost the Monarch. We could draw Inside Out, I'm pretty sure we win. Brutal. Another Wedding Invitation. Trigger. Cast Ponder. Wow. Shuffle. Let's thin out a land. Make the tribe unblockable. We're dead to double bolt on their turn. We'll attack. They scour. Triggers. We'll pass. Another Ash Barrens. Brutal. So now they get to attack for 9. We'll go to 5. They become the Monarch. And now they have 7 in hand. Let's cycle on Ash Barrens and thin our deck a little bit. 4 copies of Inside Out. And our upkeep will cycle again, just trying to thin our deck to hit that Inside Out for the win. Nope, we drew so many lands. I guess I could try blocking for a turn. On my end step, they've cast Brainstorm, and now they have a red mana floating. They Thought Scour. Okay. Red. We can Hydroblast that. Now we have to block. Before damage, we will pump. Okay. So this would put me to 2. I'm dead to Fire Ice. I'm dead to Lightning Bolt. I'm dead to a lot of cards. And they'll draw up to 8 cards using the Monarch. We discard a Cryptic Serpent. We draw Wedding Invitation. I mean, let's try to rip the Inside Out, I guess. No such luck. Off to game number 3. And this is sort of what I was talking about, where the deck needs more cantrips in order to find all of its pieces. I think we just want to resubmit. Game 3, we're on the play. No blue mana, we have to mulligan. I guess we'll keep this. I don't love it. I think we're just going to play a turn 1 Tireless Tribe. Pass the turn. They play a turn 1 forward. How insane would it have been if I drew Inside Out there? Would have loved it. Alright, Wedding Invitation. Triggers. Spell Pierce. Attack for 1. They're going to pass. Inside Out. No such luck. Attack for 1. Florian Revealed. I'd also be willing to bet there's probably some card in Magic that's like 1 blue, target creature can't be blocked to draw a card. Like, whatever card that exists, that likely exists, I'd want to play in this deck. We will attack for 1 again. Our opponent just draws, and it looks like they're passing the turn here. Preordain? I don't think I want either of these. We'll put those both on the bottom. And for turn, get in for 1. Hiya. Only 16 more turns of that. End step Brainstorm. Okay. They just play land pass. Another counter spell. Swing better. Swing. 15 more turns. It looks like they're just going to go to cleanup. Afraid to tap out versus Tireless Tribe. Discard Spell Pierce. Let's cast Brainstorm. We can put back a couple copies of Spell Pierce, I think. Once again, struggling to find the Inside Out. Hiya. Pass. The opponent going to clean up again. Discards Cryptic Serpent. Alright, well, now we're going to 13. I mean, the Tireless Tribe dealing damage. So, next turn, if our opponent doesn't cast anything, we're probably going to discard the Whiteout, which I think is just fine. Okay, well, I am the beatdown. Has Tireless Tribe ever gone coast to coast dealing 20 damage one at a time? This might be the match. Discard Whiteout. Okay, they're going to clean up. Counter spell. Hey, we drew our land. No discarding for us. Swing better. They're going to 11. Almost halfway there. I think that would be the perfect end of this league if we just dealt 20 damage one at a time. Opponent tapped a red mana and then decided against it. Third Scred. Alright, Tireless Tribe has officially dealt them half of their life total. And I think I'm actually going to discard Giga Draws here. We just don't need that card. Our opponent's afraid to cast spells. Oh man, like another Tireless Tribe, I feel like that's cheating at this point. I want this tribe to deal lethal. Okay. Larian Terror. Let's attempt a circular logic. Target the terror. We'll pay a blue. Okay. The dream of dealing lethal without Inside Out is still live. Ah, that's a bummer. I mean, I like winning, but like, I wanted to attack one at a time, and we're just gonna win this way. We will Hydroblast you. Inside Out. Fireblast again. We will Spell Pierce. That out again. Our opponent just said good game, so I believe that means I've won, and we have. We've gone 3-2. Thank you to Brandon once again for this donation deck. It was a lot of fun to play, despite my inexperience. I didn't play super well this league, and someone that had more experience on the deck probably would have gone 4-1. I don't think we would have beaten the blue-black fairies deck, or whatever you'd like to call that, but someone better than me probably would have eked out another one. That said, I don't like 3 Ponder, 3 Brainstorm. I would personally cut the Thraben Inspectors and the Archaeologists and just play a full play set of cantrips. I'd probably trim on lands. I'd play for Lorien Revealed as well, because it gives you a late game card that's also great at fixing your mana early, and you get to play dual lands, which makes your planes not so stinky. There's a lot of ways you could build the deck, but that's where I'd like to go. I know there's probably some 1 blue target creature can't be blocked to draw a card. Like, I'm pretty sure that exists. I want to play that card in this deck. So, once again, I am not an Inside Out expert, and you know that based on how terribly I played, but that's what I would do if I were trying to work on this deck. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and as always, storming. Thank you for watching today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and after you've done that, go check out Eminence Gaming's Command Tower software. It is the perfect system for creating your own events. It doesn't matter if it's 4-player or one-on-one, its intelligent pairing system ensures that everything goes smoothly. Once again, go check that out at eminence.events.